Wasn't planning on doing a video today, but we're just taking out this top section here to fit the supports or the pad, or whatever you call it, for the steel, which will go across here. And literally all this plaster, let me show you, all this plaster here. Ah, very good cameraman today.
Yeah, see?
All this plaster here, look, it's just, you can see the whole wall. So all the walls are going to have to be stripped back to block and then re-plasterboarded, which is very exciting. Good afternoon. I just want to show you what we've done. So Dave built that section there to hold the beam. I built a little column, and then I filled the middle with concrete to make a platform. And on top, we're going to build another platform, continue it with engineering brick, and that will hold the beam on this side. Yeah, you can see Dave's made a start on some of the plaster, but the whole place needs a tidy up, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, so that's where we're at the moment. I need to cut that joist, that rafter, so that the beam can go in there. You can probably see a bit better now where it's going to go from there straight across and sit on top of this. Good afternoon. So today was mostly preparing the access and cleaning up. So I've just got to put all these tools away back in the cupboard. I finished the column. I don't know if you can see on top. So it's a solid concrete core all the way down, and then it rests on the single engineering blocks there. So we're ready to go, but I'm going to put in a cheeky little concrete infill there so that we can run the Genie lift over there without any problems. But one of our problems now is, let me show you. Got to get that down here and then in here. So we went to Halfords just now and bought a couple of dollies for moving cars. So they take 500 kilos each. The beam, we reckon, weighs what? 300 kilos according to the plans and the specifications. So we're just going to assemble this and then see if we can get the beam onto it and see how well it maneuvers. So I'll let you see that when we get it assembled. Okay. Nice and good. Right, ready? Ready?
Nice, Dave.
Go! To left. Top work, didn't take too long. Little trays came in useful. Okay, good morning. You saw yesterday me and Dave managed to get the beam in. We've got a couple of things to do before we can lift it into place. Mainly here we need to put a wood infill. So I put some timber in up to the end here, and that's for these joists to connect onto when it goes in. Normally you can have the joists, I guess, resting in the beam, but that would involve cutting out, and these are already very thin beams. So we're going to use joist hangers onto the timber that's inside. We also have to cut the blocks so that the plate goes underneath with enough space for a mortar join. That's going to be the hardest thing, to cut those blocks without disturbing them above. So yeah, that'll be tricky. Also, we've got to move this raft out of place because that's exactly where the beam's going to go. Now, ideally today I was going to go up and take the roof tiles off, but it's raining really bad, so we have to do that Monday, which is not too bad. Good afternoon. Today's the day we put this beam in. So I've been making preparations this morning. I'll show you what we've done. So the blocks are all cut to the right height and levelled off. The joist ends are being cut. There's a hole in the roof. The concrete is dried that we put in to go off, just to give a clear run. So that's it. We just had a barbecue just to make sure we've got enough energy. This has just arrived, so we'll get it in and then I'll talk you through how we're going to do it, hopefully. Okay, so this is a Genie lift, SLA10. We use it to lift very heavy loads. So with the load centralized or towards the back, it can lift 454 kilos. We weighed this in generously at 300. So it's within its limits. The one thing we have to do, of course, is find the balance point because of the steel plate. So it's probably somewhere where I've got it anyway. We'll lift this up. This is the plan. Lift the beam up till we clear obstructions, just bits and bobs here. Put it into that corner, lift it all the way up and start to spin it round until we get to the acros, and then leapfrog the acros. So put one in one side of the beam, take the green one out, and so on and so forth. That's the plan. And then poke the beam as far out of the roof as we can, so that, and when we come back we can slide it in behind the rafters. So if all the measurements add up and everything goes to plan, this bit should be easy. Morning. So yesterday saw us put the beam in. Went quite well, reasonably smoothly. So today we're going to look at removing this and changing this for steel. Going to be a long day, I think. So that's all the steels bolted in place. Easy job, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, piece of cake, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah. So you can see bricked in there, that's went off yesterday, we did that yesterday, that's going off. We've got a support in for this side there, but now we've got the cross steel in there, and we've got the steel going that way. So we've got a pillar to build in here now to support that steel, but we're pretty much done with this lift. We said we'd be finished at 4 and it's 3:46. Right, it's not bad. It's all bolted in, ready to go, so it's just bricking up now, ready. So we're going to use the Genie lift for one last thing, which I'll video for another video. Good afternoon. So my time here is nearly done, so I thought I'd share with you this latest bit that we've done. So let me show you. All the steels are now in place and bolted in. We've got all the brickwork, columns, supports. This wall has now been joined into the other wall, toothed in. We've got the column here which supports this beam, and more importantly, we've got new bricks supporting the wall above. Now, if you remember back to how it was when we first got here, mind you, so now you can see that's fully supported where it needs to be, so that's good news. We've also levelled this floor off because before it was bowed, but now it's completely flat. I'm about to take some of these props out. You can see I've bricked in there. Now the difficulty with this build is all the pieces of brick you see there have had to go between these two beams from the top. That's why they're all vertical in small amounts. And likewise with here, you can see how thin they had to be to get in there to support the wall above. So now that's done, we've got a few little things to finish off for the building inspector. We cut one of the wall ties before, so we're going to put 2 new ones in on either side. Same on that side. Put some brackets on the window framing. Brick up that hole there, which I'll do this afternoon. I've bricked up the top there, you can see, and over there. So that's all the structural stuff complete. Good morning. Just right. The building inspector from the local council has come to assess the work and see if it meets the standards required. So he was here for about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, which is usual, and he assessed the steel beams, the brickwork, the columns, the roof structure. Now we've changed it. And what else did he look at? That's about it. So it's all passed, no problems. In fact, he did say these guys clearly know what they're doing. I don't know if that was a joke. Anyway, so it's all done. We can move on to the next stage now, but that's it for me. I'm back to France. I've done all the hard stuff for them. So they're going to get, I think they're probably going to get an electrician in to first fix. I just don't have the time to do it. And then they're going to look at insulating it, plasterboard and all the easy stuff that makes it look good. Gets all the credit. But really, all the work is in the structure. Anyway, so that's it. Yeah, it's all done. I've just marked out here. You can see where the kitchen units are going to be, and then an island in the middle. There's going to be a TV over there, and then a sofa, L-shaped sofa here. So that's it. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you can buy me a coffee. The link is in the description. And right, that's it. I'll see you on the next project.